What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Two in the Stink. Today we have a third in the stink, Mike Rainey. What's up, dude?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, man.
Are you in it? Is he in the frame?
Yeah, you should. I mean, you should be. You might be a little bit out. If you want to scooch a little bit closer. He's like, you guys stink.
I'm like,
we're like, come on.
lay across.
Yeah.
Get in here.
There you go, brother.
What's
Get comfy.
your fart policy here?
Fart policy? Let him loose.
All right.
It is a little bit.
I,
If you shit yourself like the first 10 seconds of the podcast, that would have been awesome.
All right, I'm good now. We're just talking about Ice Spice.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she is legally retarded.
You think so?
Yeah.
nothing would surprise me anymore because, like, they're more among us than they have been in a long time. The legally retarded.
All right, I was going to ask, legally retarded or Puerto Ricans?
Honestly, both.
Both, yeah. Which is Ice Spice Puerto Rican?
Yes.
She is?
Well, I'm assuming.
Assuming, okay.
She's sort of Rican.
Sort of Rican.
Jimmy actually exposed me to something new, left cheek and right cheek.
You were playing that as I just peed and I walked in. You guys were watching midgets rap. Is that a bad word?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Nope.
Little people.
This is a pro midget podcast.
All right, sweet, nice. Dude, Randy Newman made a whole fucking song about short people. You know that song? Short people got.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, if you listen to it now, it's pretty offensive. Short people have no reason to live.
Yeah, actually.
I listened to that. I'm like, hey.
Have you tried Fairlife chocolate milk? That's my reason to live.
That's right.
How big's Randy Newman?
Randy Newman. I don't know. We should figure that out. If he's under 6 foot, he shouldn't be making that song,
That's a lot.
right? Yeah,
That's a lot.
I doubt Randy Newman. Somebody Google that. I don't feel like doing it.
I'm like, get our producer to do it.
Yeah. Get her. Hey, fuck. What's our producer's name?
No.
We can just make it up.
Pretzels.
Hey,
Hey, pretzels.
Do you guys got a favorite Randy Newman song?
You've got a friend in me. I love that.
That's a good one.
It's a song about sleeping with your homies.
Yeah.
If you had to pair up two of the toys from Toy Story to jack
fuck?
off to,
Oh,
not only fuck, but to jack off to, who would it be?
Jesse and Slinky Dog.
What?
Yeah, I want to see how he throws down. You know.
A lot like that.
I feel like have you been holding that in
No,
until we
just
started?
excited, man.
These are new.
I'm breaking in my shorts.
I want to see how Slinky Dog fucks. That's what I'm getting at.
He throws it back at you.
I want to see if he has a Slinky Dog, dude. Do you think his dick's like how he is?
No, he's got a regular dog dick. You got to work to get it out.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, are you guys familiar with that Penn State professor that got caught porking the dogs?
No.
I am not. Tell us.
Yeah, he got caught on a Pennsylvania state trail, and they caught him on camera. Somebody was stealing hand sanitizer. So they were watching the trail cams to see who was stealing hand sanitizer, and they realized, like, oh, shit, like they caught a guy having sex with a dog. They didn't specify what kind of sex act was happening.
Did they specify the breed?
They did not. The only specifics they gave were that he was using an iPad to film it, which is probably the least convenient way to film
anything.
fucking a dog.
Yeah.
Anything.
Well, maybe he was using his phone for something else. Maybe he's using his phone as a timer to see how long he can last.
I was at the Flyers game one time, and this old lady kept putting her iPad up to film and take pictures. Some dude from behind her just threw a handful of crab fries at it.
That's the best.
I know. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, this guy must be rich.
This might sound like a stupid joke, but it's an honest question. Like, is the only way to fuck a dog like doggy style?
I've thought about this a lot lately. I got to think that they're never into it. You know how tough it is to give a dog a bath.
Right.
I got to think
Try giving it a bone.
that when you get a dog in position to fuck, he thinks he's getting a bath, so he's going to fight you the whole way.
Yeah.
So I think people just assume the guy was butt fucking the dog, but I think there's a chance he may have been getting the dog to lick his penis.
Now, was it a male dog or a female dog?
I don't know. I know it was a collie.
Okay.
You know it was a collie?
It's
How'd
a-
you find that out?
It was in one of the articles I read.
Fuck.
Which is a very beautiful dog.
Yeah.
It is.
Because one thing to fuck a dog, it's a one thing to fuck a dog and also be gay.
It's like, well, you didn't say it was a collie.
Yeah.
You're fucking
I'm like,
hot.
well, I mean, dog, right? That's a loose term.
It's just God backwards.
Okay.
And you do feel worse because it's a collie. Like, if it was a pit bull,
Yeah.
it's used to hard times.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lopped-eared fucking like pit bull with like a fucking
He's probably had to hang from like a tire from a tree at some point.
yeah.
What's the isn't there like the ratio of pit bulls that eat babies like way too high? Isn't that like a thing?
I don't have access to the charts you do, apparently.
Well, I always see like Pitbull memes on like Facebook and stuff, and it's like, here's Princess, she just ate 4 babies or something, because there's always like some article in the news about.
I have a pit bull.
Do you?
And he has not eaten a single baby.
You ever test him?
Yeah.
Have you had a baby over?
We have babies over all the time. My dad's got like 1 billion grandchildren.
Okay. Now, how old is a pit bull though?
Well, I mean, he's like 8 now.
Oh, that's
but like we got him when he was 1.
That's past baby in prime, dude.
Yeah, you got to eat a baby by 4.
Yeah.
There's a couple lull years, but then they start to lose their mind towards the end. That's when I think they will eat the baby.
Oh, no, they do? I didn't. Just pit bulls or just dogs?
I just think all dogs get old, they start to lose their mind.
Dude, especially fucking beagles.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen I've never seen a beagle that looks like young. Like past the puppy stage, all beagles just look like they're like they look so sad.
Yeah, they look like Bill
you
Cosby
do a good
eyes.
beagle.
You like that?
Yeah. It's good.
Help me.
It's convincing.
Yeah, dude. Pixar, hit me up, dude.
Try to do some voice work.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to fucking. I'll fucking voice over Slinky Dog, fucking Jesse.
Yeah, I would like to see Zurg fuck that like baby head spider thing from the neighbor's house.
Yeah. You think does Zurg have a black cock? You think?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, it's James Earl Jones voicing him.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, Mike. Yeah. Who would you like to watch fuck if it was like Toy Story?
Listen, I'm not gonna get too crazy. I think Jesse and Buzz. I think Woody's
Buzz
like
definitely
too sweet.
fucks really hard.
He does.
Yeah.
It's hard and fast. Woody would do it long and delicate.
It would be
Yeah.
annoying how long Woody would take to like start fucking you.
Woody would be like, ooh, shoo, 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 shoo.
No, that
Oh,
would be
sure, sure.
Buzz. Buzz would give you like 3 uninterrupted like minutes of just power.
Damn. He'd be like, call me Zurg.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
What-
big Toy Story guys?
Oh, I love Toy Story. I literally have a bin of Toy Story figures in my basement from when I was a kid.
You think they're fucking around right now?
Dude, that'd be crazy.
Having an orgy.
You catch them like mid fuck. They're like, I saw this thread on Reddit, and this guy said he used to, when he was like a teenager, he used to come on like on the Toy Story figures and then leave them alone and see if they would try to clean it up. I think that's pretty genius.
Yeah, if another one's got cum on them.
Yeah, if Jessie gets cummed on, she just has to like deal with it, right? Because if it gets cleaned up, then they know the toys are alive.
Yeah, I don't think I ever cummed on a toy. I used to do like what I think most boys would do, which is make G.I. Joes fuck Barbies.
Yeah.
I don't think I did anything weird with that. I would make my wrestlers come out to, the band Poison, come out to their music, but I don't think I ever did any cum stuff with toys.
I played with wrestlers.
Yeah.
So like my wrestlers would like attack Stephanie McMahon. They would attack the fucking shit out of her.
I never came on any of my toys, but like I used to lift up I had a Jessie doll, and I used to lift up her shirt and just like stare at her tits as a kid. It was like I was like 16.
Because it's like you're like looking. Like
I'm like, whoa, that's what that looks like.
If your mom walked in, would you just fall to the floor?
Andy's coming. So is Rob.
Andy's mom was kind of bad. I'm not gonna be.
Yeah.
Hold you.
You know, I found out that apparently in the first Toy Story, like all the kids have like really short hair, and like you don't see, and like Andy's mom, I think she even has like a ponytail because they couldn't render like long hair at the time. The technology wasn't there.
Yeah, by 3 he's got pubes.
Yeah, my grandma walked in on me fucking lifting up the fucking Jessie doll shirt.
What'd she say?
She just kind of like gave me one of those like boys will be boys type thing.
Boys will be boys.
Yeah, that's Bobby.
Boys will be boys.
I used to go through her fucking Boscov's catalog, like all the underwear fucking shit, but like I didn't know how to jerk off at the time, so I would just sit there with a raging boner and be like, "This is awesome," but I don't know what to do with it.
Dude, isn't it nuts how you can't put the pieces together at a certain point, and then one day it just clicks when you're like 12 or 13. You're like, I knew it.
You fucking
Like for a while, I was like down there, like that's what it felt like. I was just down
smacking
there.
it around.
I was down there, but I wasn't doing nothing.
You're just like a fucking quadriplegic looking for the remote.
Yeah, I'm like trying to move my chair in
Dude,
front of the window.
when it fucking happened, it was just like I was like, "Well, there goes my dopamine for the rest of my life." Yeah.
Life's different.
Oh yeah.
Dude, what was your first day? What was that like?
It was fucked up. It was fucked.
He's like,
up.
so it's me and my uncle.
yeah. He's got his whole hand up my ass. No, I just the first time I jerked off, I was just sitting there watching TV, and I was hard. It wasn't even porn; it was just TV. Yeah. It was just hard. I think it was Rock a Love Bus with fucking Bret Michaels.
Oh wow!
And he had like the women on the fucking.
Oh, well, I mean, for a young kid, that's like porn, basically.
Yeah, it was just black women bitching about Bret Michaels.
Oh, I'm hard already, dude.
I know. And
Well, you said it wasn't porn?
yeah. I was just like hitting it,
Smacking it around.
I was just like, bing. I was like, I kind of ruled actually.
Let me do that 100 more
now,
times.
Like, I have a guy come over and sucker punch my dick, dude.
What about you, Rob?
Oh, dude, the first time I busted, I think I talked about this on the podcast before, but it was I learned how to bust from Scary Movie. The scene where like he's jerking, or the Anna Faris is jerking off. What's his name? The older brother from Malcolm in the Middle, in the freezer. They're doing like I'll Never Let Go Titanic parody. And I remember like seeing that and being like, "What is she doing?" And I was like, "Let me try that." And it was like, and then like for like a week straight, I was just like busting like nonstop. Like,
I can't do your homework.
Yeah.
Like, I have to get home and calm.
I didn't even I didn't even need porn at the time. I would just watch Cops and jerk off.
Anything.
It was the best. I'm like this crackhead looks pretty fucking.
You can jerk off to anything when you first start going.
And then I was a spoiled kid. My parents, I had a one of those Comcast like on demand boxes when they were like new,
yeah.
and they said, "All right, we trust you. Don't look at anything dirty." And I kept that promise for probably like 3 months, and then after that, it was just like, "Fucking, I know they're asleep. I'm putting on Cat House," you know.
Oh baby, Cat House was a big jerking time. I think I was in my 20s when that popped off, but I think Cat, the lead up, they really did a good job leading you up to the sex scenes.
Yeah.
Because I remember you would probably get maybe like a minute of actual fucking, and like the rest of the show was just them talking about these guys coming in. But it was enough, baby.
Fuck, I never watched that, but I watched Real Sex.
Real Sex
on HBO, which is just guy butt.
Is it guy butt?
It's just guy butt and like titties.
Oh yeah, it's like softcore almost.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah,
practically.
Yeah, every episode is like them painting each other up.
Dude, my brother caught me watching Real Sex on HBO, and he kicked my ass. He was like, "The fuck are you watching?" I was like, "I don't know. I do know, but I don't know." He kicked my ass, dude. It was insane.
I would watch it and I would have like fucking Nick at Night on the last button. So if my parents came in, just press that bad boy, and that would save the day.
Real devilish.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a genius.
Child,
Pretty much a child prodigy.
Kid was built to come.
Fucking have that shit on mute.
I was born to come.
I remember Katie Morgan used to like do like sex ed. Remember
I
her?
love her so much, man.
On she used to do
Sweet Baby Angel.
she used to do sex ed on HBO, and I didn't know like what a porn star was at the time. And then when I discovered porn, I was like, let me see what she has, because on HBO she did all softcore shit, and then I found all of her hardcore shit, and I think that was like probably the first time I stayed up all night just beating it.
She's still around, man. She does a lot of appearances at Philly area clubs.
Really?
Every now and again, like you'll see a billboard of her, but she's somebody that she just has you from like the second she appears.
Oh
She's
yeah,
got a very sexy voice.
If I know I have a limited amount of time, like if I'm on a time crunch, like I gotta rub one out, and I don't have time to like peruse, I go to Katie Morgan, because I'm like there's a couple videos she's got that's just my go-to, you know.
Yeah, she's a really good one. I fuck with mostly amateur, so I don't have a lot of like favorite porn stars, but
Same.
yeah.
But is there a video from way back that if you see it, you will watch it? Because I have those.
There's one, like, I don't know the name of the movie, but it's it's like an older lady named Honey Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
And like her nephew's like sleeping on a beanbag, and her and her friend come back from being out, and they both end up fucking this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I love Honey Wilder, and she's just super sexy, and like she's just the whole enchilada.
Yeah. Do you have like a porn video that like you used to watch but you haven't found it like since, like a lost porn video?
Dude,
you know,
it's the very first one I watched. I think I was like, I don't know, maybe like 12. And I had a real like scumbag aunt who was like very weird sexually.
Yep.
And like she invited me over her house just to watch porn. She invited me over. Her husband actually put the tape in, and then they both went upstairs and like left me in the living room alone to watch porn.
Mm-hmm.
And the name of this movie was Wet Heat. And I remember, dude, the very
That's just us right now, dude.
It's very wet and hot in here.
So
This is the
hot.
perfect setting for this. But they went upstairs, they put it on, and the very first frame of the movie was a close-up of a dick going into a pussy, and my mind was just blown that, like, oh my God, that's how it happens.
Yeah.
But I just sat there and I watched it, and I didn't even jerk off that day. I just knew that, like, oh my God, this is something I want to see again.
This is magical.
Yeah, I like to do it not at my aunt's house, but
Yeah.
hopefully I can do it, like, in the privacy of my own closet.
I would have, like, I remember one night I spent, like, hours, like, doing detective work trying to find, like, an old video that I remember. I remembered, like, what the girl looked like, and I was just Googling, like, her description in, like, 7 different ways, and then I finally found it, and it was, like, the most rewarding, like, beat session I've ever had.
Did you have helpful perverts?
No.
Men are very helpful when guys are trying to find, like, things that used to make them come. Like, if you go on something, there's a Reddit that I like to go on called Your Dad's Old Porn, where it's just dudes posting classic porn clips, and people will be like, hey, man, what's the source on this? And then within, like, minutes, a guy will, like, post it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
That's what
also
the internet was made for.
there's also, I think, r/tip of my penis.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, it's like tip of my tongue, but it's like tip of my penis. It's like I'm looking for this video, and they give a description.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
Reddit's so helpful. Like, even, like, comments on, like, Pornhub, or I usually go on XNXX.
Yeah.
By and large, like, men are very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Like, guys are just like, oh, this
We're all
is
trying to
cool.
get to the same
Yeah.
destination. We're all trying to bust at the end of the day, you know?
I think the nicest that I've ever seen men was the day where I found out fucking R.I.P. Cherry Poppins died. And she died, and it was just dudes just being, like, consoling one another. They're never going to see a new scene from Cherry Poppins
It'll
ever
be all right,
again.
brother.
Damn, dude.
It's like a hand holding while you come. It's like hilarious.
What's your favorite porn subreddit? Or do you do Reddit for porn? I forget.
I do, yeah. I like Your Dad's Old Porn because I like classic stuff.
Yeah.
I just like the way vintage looks.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I would go with that. I also like going on Cocaine Gone Wild.
Is that good?
It's okay, but it's just like I just think of cocaine often.
Okay.
I haven't done cocaine in a very long time, but like I just like to see a lot of it, and then I also like to see like ladies with like their cheeks pulled apart and having coke dumped on it.
That's
Yep.
pretty fucking rad.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about you guys?
Dude, that is a crazy subreddit. I like this one Reddit called Normal Nudes, where it's like people that aren't ugly but aren't hot go in there.
That's nice.
And it's like I think it's so funny that there's a bunch of people that are like, this is where I belong, and then they get naked. It's like,
Have you posted on there?
no. I post in like Chubsters Gone Wild.
Chubsters Gone Wild.
Yeah, dude.
I also like cum shots.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
dude.
yeah,
cum
yeah.
shots.
Just get me.
Reddit
Yeah.
/ cum shots.
That's my favorite. r/facials. There's one that there's one that's like it's like r/ like actually huge facials or actually huge cum shots or something like that. Like there was something that was like huge cum shots and somebody was like actually huge cum shots.
Dude, I feel that way with the MILF subreddit. Like anybody posts in there, like
Yeah.
I don't know what these fucking mods are doing, but just any ladies like posting in there, it's like you're not a MILF.
I want
You're like 25.
I want like real moms.
Yeah.
I want a mommy scar.
Right.
You can't hide that.
You got knocked up.
You could dump a whole thing of concealer on that sucker. You can't hide. I'm like, I'll kiss it like 900 times.
Yeah,
Right
put
on the mommy scar.
Put the fucking I-95 construction guys on there. Still pick that thing out.
Yeah.
There's that's one of the beautiful things about porn is you'll never run out.
Oh yeah, it's
There's
awesome.
always something
You'll find
nice and new for
something.
you. Yeah.
It's overwhelming. Like when I get really high, I will like Google the most specific shit just to see if I can find it, and I can. Just find like that. Like I'm like, like I want like a Game of Thrones parody porn, but like a crossover with Scooby Doo, and I'm like, okay, here's Khaleesi and Shaggy fucking nice. It's like
I'm like, that's awesome.
yeah.
I'm like, you have the link to that?
Yeah, it's Reddit / Rutrunes.
I love a good porn parody. It's funny you mentioned like vintage porn. I like vintage porn, but like recorded today. So it's like people dressed up like in the hairstyles like
The
vintage.
Victorian bitches?
Yeah, but it's like the camera quality is like of today. So it's like
Okay.
vintage porn, but it's like HD. You know?
That's a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Like a dude with a powdered wig on.
I watched
Tipping his slave over.
I watched Kings of New York. Nice, dude. That's your microphone, dude. If you want to amplify, you could fucking
I
just
will.
lean right into it.
I just want to lean off your couch a little bit. Right
No, that's
now. I don't
fine.
wanna ruin this.
Lean on me
Shit on my couch.
when you got farts.
I watched Kings of New York, and I went down like old timey porn, like bitches with the dresses that are like way too big. Oh, dude, I was busting into that for a minute. It was pretty good.
See, I have the luxury of being able to go from gay to straight.
Dude, you're
Everything
spoiled.
I know. I opened the whole library.
You're like a vampire, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Dude.
I operate different in the day and night, dude.
That's why I kind of wish I had all of the fetishes, because then I could just beat off to everything. Everything is awesome.
See, I don't think I have a fetish.
Yeah,
I don't
nothing?
think I have a fetish for anything. Like nothing weird.
Yeah,
I like vanilla stuff for me personally.
Like
but I'll
ice
watch
cream?
Anything. Like yes, like bitches with fucking sprinkles on them. Dude.
He's more of a
Acknowledge.
sherbet man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a big sherbet guy.
Sherbert. That's
You're
definitely
like, you know.
that's a porn star. Sherbert. Yeah.
Yeah,
Have there been
that's
any
me.
porn star deaths lately?
Deaths?
You don't really hear about many anymore.
No, it's a shame too.
I heard someone the other day do a bit about someone that died recently, but I forget her name. And they were saying that like they felt bad because they had their on X Hamster they had their date of death, and then like they were still uploading shit like after she died.
They had a black drapery over it.
Yeah. I wear black to jerk off now.
It's always crazy when like I look up like an old porn star and I find a video I haven't seen. I'm like, wow, where has this been? You know, it's been in the vault. I
Dude,
guess
It is.
whatever.
I was just gonna say the Disney Vault. Like they must have like a porn
Yeah.
Disney Vault that they're just like, all right, we're gonna break this open in case the boys are getting fucking dry.
Yeah, they got Katie Morgan cryogenically frozen.
It's like that with like celebrities too. Like every once in a while, like you'll see like celebrity like photo shoot leaks and shit of like. There was one with Ariana Grande where like she was like naked, but she had like the shit covering her nipples and stuff. It was still pretty hot, but like all the fucking Ariana Grande like stands were like, no, if you look at these pictures, you're a sick pervert. And I'm like,
Whoops.
oops.
Yeah, there could be worse things.
I'm like, send me the link so I can make sure I don't click on
Kate
it.
Upton. When
Kate
her
Upton.
tits came
Oh
out,
God.
she has what I would refer to as bosoms.
I got hit pretty hard today by an AI image.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Somebody made a really great one of Billie Eilish, and I mean she's stunning.
I've seen those.
And the
Wasn't
one-
she 14 like 2 weeks ago?
No, I think she's like
Settle
23
down.
maybe.
She's like, I think she's like 20. Yeah, she's got to be 20 something.
They change her age every week.
I remember when she turned 18, I was like going through like r/like celebs or whatever, and it was all of a sudden it was all Billie Eilish, and I'm like, she just turned 18. Like, how long have you guys been holding on to this to post?
There was
you
a
know?
there was a live countdown to when Millie Bobby Brown was going to turn 18.
Yeah, that was a little
That
weird.
stuff freaks me out.
I think it's been long enough where we can acknowledge that she's hot. Millie Bobby Brown.
I'm good, dude.
I don't know. She's like 20 now, I think. Please.
She's like 18.
She's 20 now, please.
Please.
She's 20,
Yeah,
please.
she's 21, Rob.
Yeah, all right. Whew.
Yeah, she's
I'm already sweating. Don't make this worse. It's already hot in here.
yeah.
I'm like, come on, guys, right?
I'm like, what's the problem? You're 17.
That's true, yeah. I'm like, if we go by height, I'm good.
Dude,
I could still sneak into fucking prom.
Yeah.
You could. Oh yeah.
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 Sneak into prom.
Yeah.
They'd be
You'd
like,
never do something like that.
oh, yeah, we did sneak into a wedding.
That was the
That was
fucking
something.
worst.
Did we talk about that on the podcast or no?
It depends. I mean, we did get caught, so I mean, he knows we did it.
Yeah, that's true. We me and Jim did a show at Soul Joel's, and there was a wedding happening across the street, and I snuck. I had a couple vodka sodas, so I was feeling pretty loose, and I was like, you know what? I bet I could fucking go into that wedding, and I was hungry. There was no food. I was like, I bet they have food in there. So I walked into a wedding wearing this outfit, except jeans, not jorts. I walked in. They didn't have any food, but they had the cake out, like sliced in like pieces.
Yeah.
And I had a piece of their cake, and then I left. But on the way out, I noticed there was a photo booth. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get Jim, right? So I was like, dude, I just went to that wedding and ate their cake, and he was like, no fucking way. And I showed him the picture I took of the cake, of me eating the cake, because I was like, nobody's gonna believe this. And I was like, there's a photo booth. Let's go take some pictures, right? He goes, all right. So I can only imagine Joel seeing me walk out of the wedding, wave Jim over, and then us walk back in. So we walk into the wedding. I see the photo booth. I bring Jim over. We're taking pictures in the photo booth, and it's like us giving a thumbs up is the first picture, us like middle finger, whatever, and then the next picture is us looking over, and it's like Joel like dragging us out of the photo booth. And we didn't get the picture, which is my biggest regret.
That's the worst part of all of it.
But he was like, Joel was pissed. He's like, I'm trying. He's like, I know this is funny, but I'm trying to run a business here. And I was like, all right, fair enough, but it's still pretty funny.
It is very funny, and I think if you guys got caught, like you could probably like convince him that Jimmy has special needs.
Yeah,
easily, because he like dragged me in. And I'm like, oh, like.
I felt like, dude, it felt like I got caught by my father. It was like I'm in trouble. I'm like, oh, it's weird. How come he doesn't book me anymore? It's so strange. I'm like, he's not responding to my texts. I'm so well behaved.
Rob, you strike me as somebody who got very excited for prom. Was that true?
No, my wife.
Okay.
She was one who was like stoked because I was like, I think we actually have one of our prom pictures right there next to our wedding photos. But my wife, like, I started dating her when I was in high school, and she was actually the only reason I started dating her is because I needed a date for prom, and my buddy was going. He was like, oh, dude. He said, you got to get a date for prom. And I was like, all right, fine. He was like, text Brittany. And I started texting her, and then she started texting me back. And I was like, wow, no girl's ever done this before. This one's special. So then, and then we like, we hooked up in my car a couple times, and she was like, take your pants off. And I'm like, all right, marry me. I knew she was the one, dude. It was crazy.
Oh, man.
I was like, I'll go to any prom you want.
Think Ellie taught her how to do that? Get caught, you take pants off.
Oh yeah. my wife's mother is super Filipina, Ellie.
Oh nice.
She's this big, dude.
She's like
I've tried to walk out of the house with her like 9 times.
She's like the size of this beer can. She's so tiny.
They have to pat me down when I'm leaving.
She'll show up and just start cooking food. Like I'll be playing like.
Oh my god, I would kill for that.
I'll be playing video games. She'll show up and start making burritos. She's like, here you go. I'm like, thank you.
I don't know where the fuck you went. No, you were asleep.
Oh, okay.
We like drank until like 6 a.m. here like a couple weeks ago, and we all like I like went to bed. Gray was sleeping. Rob was asleep. Rob's wife wakes me up. She's like, "Hey, I'm leaving. I got to do so and so." She was like, "But my mom's downstairs and she made you guys breakfast." And I was like, "Whoa!" So I like got up, came downstairs. Rob was still fucking asleep. I guess he didn't feel good or whatever. I don't know what was going on, but like she made like scrapple, sausage, fucking like all sorts of other shit. I was just like, whoa.
I would kill for one of those.
Yeah, I got 2 of them running around, dude.
Oh my god, Rob.
One of them's just a little bit sassier. That's all. My wife's like, when are you getting a job? I'm like, we make $100 a month on Patreon. We're kind of crushing it right now.
We're kind of sick.
Yeah. Speaking of Patreon, we're gonna have Mike doing part 2 of that. You cool hanging out?
Yeah, I would love to.
Sweet, yeah. It's patreon.com/Two and the Stink podcast. Stay tuned for that.
Let's talk more Cum and Scrapple.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, dude, Scrapple, how do you feel? Thick, thin?
Dude, I had one of the best Scrapple sandwiches of my life this morning. Turns out there's a hot dog place that I didn't know about until recently that's 5 minutes from my fucking house.
Is that, what's it called?
No, it's called RJ's. It's in,
RJ's.
I don't know if it's Essington or Tinicum, but my wife and I went there this morning, and it's fucking heaven. Like, I knew it was going to be good from the second I walked in there, but on the wall by the cash register, they have a customers can pay $10 and be a part of the celebrity death pool.
Oh, wow.
And somebody recently, or whenever the fuck it happened, they still have it up, picked Silvio Berlusconi. So that whoever picked Silvio got all the money.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I'm in heaven, man. It was a foot-long fucking Scrapple sandwich that I got
Jesus
today.
Christ.
Foot-long Scrapple sandwich, damn.
I used to go to Delaware County Community College for the Scrapple. I think it was like Wednesday mornings because I would.
You majored in Scrapple?
Well, dude, I was there for 20 years to begin with, so like I liked the school anyway. But when my daughter first started going there, I used to drop her off in the mornings. And one day I was just fucking starving, so I went in there, and it turned out I think it was like Wednesday. They made Scrapple sandwiches, and it was one of the best sandwiches I've ever had.
Yeah.
Have you always had Scrapple, or was this a late in life thing?
No, we've always had it. We're fucking pigs that are gonna die young.
Yup.
So. I remember eating Scrapple from the time I was probably, since I can remember.
Oh, my God, me too. Are you like it thick or thin?
I prefer thick.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's thick. It burns too easily.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it thick. You a big, thick boy?
Thick, thin. I'll take it any way you're giving it. You know what I mean?
He's like, front,
Diners,
back.
they'll fry it,
Yeah.
Diner Scrapples. When I make it at home, like, I'm like...
Remember when we went to a diner and you forgot how much food you ordered? Did we have that? Like you
I'm
ordered?
like, yeah.
I think you got Scrapple. They gave you a
No,
big.
she didn't bring everything.
Oh no, she brought it out separate, didn't she?
I ate most of my food, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, here's your pancakes."
Yeah, you had like a big plate of mush.
Oh yeah, I like to order like mush. Like I get like home fry. I get corned beef hash.
That's what it was. Corned beef hash.
Corned beef hash and fucking eggs and shit.
Yeah,
And potato.
It was
mash it up. I make a big plate of mush.
It was literally slop.
And
then she was like, "Here's your pancakes," because I guess you got a side of pancakes.
Yeah. I like that big pile of mush.
Do you eat with your hands?
No, I'll use a piece of toast like fufu, like an African dude.
There was a bunch of teenagers sitting behind us too. And I forget, we were like joking about something, and Jim kept laughing. And this one girl goes, "I like your laugh. Laugh again." And Jim's like, "You'd have to make me laugh." And I was like, "I got him." I just whispered a bunch of slurs in his ear, and then he popped off.
Popped.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's treacherous waters because nothing scares me more than being embarrassed by teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too mean to get embarrassed by teenagers because if they say one thing, I'm just gonna kill them.
I still get scared every time I see like a bunch of teenagers on bikes. Like I could be in my car, but like if I hit a red light, I'm like, don't look at them. They don't see you. Especially if they're all like wearing like white T-shirts or
They're
like
doing, like the wheelies and shit.
yeah,
like that.
they're all wearing like one solid color T-shirt because I know they're pissed because like they can't like their parents can't afford to like get them like name brand clothes, so they're already in a bad mood.
Right.
They're just wearing like fucking like a white Hanes T-shirt, you know?
I feel that.
Yeah.
I had a standoff recently with a bunch of black girls, which is usually not my natural enemy. They're usually
they're like
they flock to me like honey.
they're your ally.
Yeah, they're
They're like,
usually
"Okay,
like
baby."
We're usually one and the same.
Now, did you speak to them like that?
No, I didn't get a chance to say my piece. I was hanging out with Drew Montana, and we were trying to park in the city. And he's trying to park the car, and some girl comes and stands in the spot.
Oh, no.
And he's like, "Yo, I'm parking here." She's like, "Actually, we parking here." He goes, "With what car?" And so he keeps like backing into the spot, and she's like, "You really gonna back in? You really gonna back in?" And I'm sitting there like, "Oh no." Oh no. I was like, when there's one, there's four more. I was like, you better be ready, brother. You better be sure you know what you're doing. And he's backing into the spot, and she's like, you know what? You know what? You have the spot. Have a blessed night. And then she saw me, she's like, ain't you fat? I'm like, not me. She's like, and y'all stink. I was like, no.
I feel like a black girl could say like have a blessed night, and depending on how she says it, it could mean fuck you.
It does.
Yeah.
I think 99% of the time it means fuck you.
Yeah. You've
Yeah.
No, they didn't fuck with your car after that?
They didn't fuck with Drew's car at all.
Wow, that's surprising.
I was like, you better. We actually watched them walk away because I was like, bro, they're gonna fuck your shit
After they
up.
finished at the hookah lounge?
Yeah, I need girls I work with at Whole Foods. Like I worked with a bunch of hood rat girls at Whole Foods. And I still follow them all, so I get all their stories. And like the one girl, like last night, was like, "I need crab, hookah, and some drinks." And I was like, "Okay." And then I'm like, "Same, girl." So fun. They have a better time than anybody.
Yeah, they always seem like they're in the best mood.
Yeah, that's all for show though.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of this like at home. Like most of the day, it's like.
Jimmy, have you ever thought about getting a weave?
Before I cut my hair, I'm going to get cornrows. Okay. So I could be the answer for a little bit.
I might do that for like a week. Cornrows.
I could picture you with cornrows and Jimmy with a nice weave. Like that rooster, that purple rooster hair.
Oh, yeah. Oh, like Miss Sunday, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Oh, man. Do you know Miss Sunday?
Nah.
It's a chocolate lab who, her mommy dresses her up as like in different like black lady professions.
Oh, really?
Like she's like a CNA at one point, and in the background they're playing "Ain't Nobody." But unfortunately, Miss Sunday was diagnosed with cancer. She has a tumor right now. So,
Did you see the GoFundMe?
What is it up to?
They shattered the goal.
Thank God. I love that dog, and I love that that woman's beautiful too. Have you seen her?
Miss Sunday is one of my favorite content creators.
And dude, the dog, like you get the sense that like the dog knows that she's hamming it up.
Yeah, dude.
Is the dog a fuckable dog? Like, would it? You think like if somebody had an iPad?
A chocolate lab, I feel like has crazy pussy. I'm like waiting to hear back from a bank job, and I'm like, that chocolate lab has crazy pussy.
Like, we looked you up, and
I'm like, man, I wish there was like a hood rat bank out there.
Yeah, we're gonna play
I'm going to open my own bank that has twerking midgets and pro wrestling. It's going to be called Bank That Ass Up.
Bank that ass up.
Yeah.
So, Jimmy, when you said the walls of a chocolate lab pussy go hard, what do you mean by that?
Nice, dude.
What I mean by that is I would love to open up a home equity line of credit for you and your family.
Jim just gets excited anytime he hears chocolate. Regardless.
I'm like, eat chocolate right now.
Oh, yeah.
Eat chocolate right now and we'll see who's excited.
He knows my kryptonite. Anytime I eat chocolate, I break out really bad. So, like, Jim will see me. I came back from Hershey Park, and Jim was like, damn, they got you, huh? I was like, mm-hmm. Because everything there is chocolate.
Even the fucking seats on the ride.
Yeah. I had, like, a whiskey cocktail. We had dinner there, and they were like, we have a Reese's cocktail. And I was like, yes.
I've never been there, and I like to think that my imagination of what it is impossibly good for what it really is.
It is wonderful. Like, I think you would like it. I think
Yeah.
it probably is what you think it is.
I think you'd find something you like there.
Believe it or not, Hershey Park, you might find
They
something.
have that one Hershey Kiss that's the size of a baseball. And I was like, when I was like a fat retard, my brother went there. When I was a kid, my brother went there, and he came home with like that baseball-sized Hershey Kiss. And I was gripping that thing walking around.
Oh, brother, I would love to get you two of them so you could recreate that picture of the dog with the tennis balls.
My God, dude.
Yeah, me and my wife, we barely were under the weight maximum for the water slide because we got on one of the double tubes.
Okay.
So it was pretty crazy. We if we come back next summer, we're gonna have to make some life changes because we
not
were like,
fair. They fed him a bunch of chocolate.
Yeah.
Like, get on.
we had a bunch of chocolate. They were like, come on. we the one of the fucking slides. It's like a half pipe. If you've been on the water slides, Hershey, right?
No.
You haven't?
When I went, I just went
The
to
mud
straight water
slides?
park.
Oh. we almost like there's a couple times where we got some air time on a couple of the slides. We were like we came out at the bottom. We like skimmed across the pool like a fucking stone, dude. It was like everybody else would come out of the tube and they would like go out really slow and just be like floating. We were like whoosh all of our fucking what's it called? Inertia? Is that the right word?
Your momentum.
Momentum, yeah.
That's the lady that was arguing with Jimmy.
Inertia.
Yeah.
That's
And I had to call
inertia.
my cousin momentum.
Have a blessed day.
You have a good day. She's like, and you fat. I'm like, I'm not driving.
I'm in the passenger seat.
I told him we should park in fucking England because we're colonizers.
Actually, it's gravity with a J.
Yeah.
I think I've been to 3 water parks. It always feels like there's something that's like very dangerous.
Like piss.
Dude, my
can
buddy's
deal with
mom.
piss.
My buddy's mom got so injured at a water park because she was a big woman.
Yeah.
And she like, she was on the tube and like,
She was shot by Japanese fishermen.
yeah, she got harpooned on the fucking. She fucking went up the wall of the thing, and it flipped over, and she landed right on her face.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
and so there was like a blood streak going down to the end of the slide. It was insane.
Dude, I heard something fucked up. I've like something that scared me pretty bad after like I read about it after we went to the water park. But I guess you know how like sometimes you talk about something and it'll pop up on your whatever. I was on TikTok and they were like it was like some lifeguard like, "Hey guys, here's how I check the water slides for razor blades." And I was like, "That's a thing people do? How fucked up is that?" Apparently, I guess like if you're like a fucking the worst terrorist ever, you fucking put razor blades in a water slide, so it's like if you, I mean, obviously, I guess it would be if you're not on the one that's a tube, just your body, you fuck up your, oh my God, that would suck.
Fuck, man.
That's the scariest thing I've ever heard, and the worst thing I've ever heard.
It happens on playgrounds too, like they'll put like they'll like tape razor blades to the top of the monkey bars, so the kids will go to grab it and it'll fucking.
Why is that happening?
Because people are terrible. I don't know if you remember this. It was a little while ago, but people flew airplanes into buildings.
They put razor blades on the side of it too. Before.
on the sides
Yeah.
of the plane. Dude, that fucking blows.
Yeah, that's why like every parent now they're like make sure you check Like, make sure you
'Cause
check the
I can see, like,
playgrounds.
okay, check the Halloween candy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, for stuff. But, like, damn, you can't even go on a water slide.
I know.
That's a new level of bad boy. I think the worst that I had, and even like more recently, like when I had kids, every now and again you'd see something fucked up, like written in graffiti on kids' playgrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we have a picture of my firstborn. She might be like 1. She's in this little train that was at Glen Olden Park, and we took the picture. It was a cute little picture. It's her like operating the little fucking wheel, and in the corner of the fucking frame, you see on the frame of the fucking train, it says RJ loves pussy.
Damn.
That's so funny you say that.
But that's like that level of bad boy.
There is a picture of me. My aunt moved to New York when I was a kid, and so she came back to like hang out with me. And there's pictures like they took pictures of us like at the playground like hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And literally she took a picture of me like hugging me like in front of the slide, and on the slide it says I love oral sex. It was literally like so funny. And I didn't know what I remember being like, what's oral?
Yeah.
And they were like, my aunt said something like, that's what animals do. Like, she was being like, these fucking animals and shit like that. And I was like, yeah, I was just watching my cats have oral sex. The teacher's like, what?
Oral sex sounds even dirtier than like, just say I like blowjobs. I love oral sex. Ew. It's
Yeah,
like,
you sound
ew.
like a serial killer.
Yeah, he sounds like my
Yeah, it
grandparents.
sounds like someone's never had oral sex.
Well, I guess I should be getting some oral sex right now.
Yeah. Hello, would you like some oral sex?
How about the two of us go upstairs
And have some-
you give me oral sex?
Ew. I'd be like, ew.
Ew.
Have you ever asked politely for sex?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. It's the only time I get sex. Is if I'm like, come
I'm
on.
not hot enough to demand it.
If
It's
I'm like,
Please,
come on.
sir, may I
like-
have some more?
I'm like, what? I'm like, what if you accompany me?
Almost every blowjob I've gotten from my wife is like, please, come on.
But
Come on. I'm like, come on. I know I don't have a job and like there's dishes in the sink, but come on. That's me right now.
dude,
I have no
getting
leverage.
a blowjob when when your chores aren't done.
I
Dude,
know.
That must be crazy.
Yeah, you gotta live with a real pig.
Yeah. I got my dick sucked and it was the most like, let's get this done blowjob I've had recently. I was like, come on. I haven't trimmed my pubes in a while, so that might be it.
Oh no.
Gotta get down
do
there.
you trim up?
I am right now, but there's times where I'll just let it go Unabomber.
Do you and the lady both like?
Yeah, like my wife's pretty good about it. Like there are times where like I don't know if I'm in a rut mentally or what, but
Yeah.
Britt gets waxed, dude. It's like the best. She gets like a Brazilian wax on her like pussy and her legs. It's pretty good.
I shave my crotch and my legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta do the
Like, be
legs.
smooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Gotta
you're
be-
gay, so
I'm like I only shave one leg. I'm bi.
because you're bisexual,
I shave one leg.
you give him the gay leg.
I have a gay leg. I have a gay foot, a gay leg.
I used to work as an operating room orderly, and when you would be given like 2 rooms a day to care for those patients.
Mm-hmm.
So every orderly would have like 2 rooms that they were responsible for each day, and there was one room where if you got that room, that's where they did all the hernia surgeries. And I remember if you were responsible for the hernia surgeries, you had to shave pubes. Now they would razor it like once they got in there, but you would be responsible for doing like the clipper shave.
Okay.
And I never knew if I was supposed like where I was supposed to stop shaving. So there were times where like I initially started where I would do like half, like if the guy was if the hernia was on his like left side, I would just do that half. And there were other times where like I just did like pubes, legs, like under the balls a little bit. I never knew where to stop, and I
Yeah.
never asked.
Damn, dude, going under the balls, that's like a whole
I'd
nother.
be excited to ask.
Yeah.
I'd be like, should I just do the whole?
One time, my mom,
Can I do like a taper fade on the balls?
my mom had to give a urine sample. I forget what it was, but my mom had to give a urine sample for something. I guess her job, a job interview or whatever. And like urine samples like this big or whatever. She brought a jar of piss to the. She pissed in a full jar because she thought, I don't know how much she thought they needed, but she brought like a mason jar full of piss. Like I think it might have been multiple pisses.
No, I get it though, because I mean, what are you gonna do? Like pull it away right away?
Yeah, that's true.
I guess you would, if you've given piss before, you would probably dump some out to make it
As a guy, I feel like it's easier. Maybe. I don't know.
To give an appropriate level piss?
To be like here it is, pull it away and then finish, you know?
Dude, when my dad had kidney stones, he had them so bad. So they gave him this jug of he had to get like a full thing of piss.
Oh, wow.
And so they gave him this big jug, right? And he was in so much fucking pain that he like couldn't like he couldn't like go, like he couldn't do anything. So he was posted up in the living room. We were all taking care of him.
Yeah.
And his kidney stones were fucked up. He was out of work for weeks.
Damn.
And so it'd be funny because you'd be talking to him, and he'd have to pee, so he would just get up and like be like, "I'm sorry," and then he would just have to fucking yank it out and piss, like while you're having a conversation with him.
Oh my
And
god!
it's like it was so fucked up. He had the biggest jug of piss ever, and he would just sit it on the table, just the jug.
What color was it?
It was orange.
Oh.
It was like an orange jug. You just had to fill it to the dot. It's so funny because it was like angled, so you could like put your dick like right in it.
He was pissing Tang?
It was no. The bottle itself was orange.
Oh,
So
okay.
you couldn't, like, see
the bottle was orange. I thought you were talking about what color was his piss.
Oh yeah, that's what I was.
Oh, I didn't see the color of his piss.
Oh.
But it tasted good.
When I went to boot camp, like I was there for most of the summer, and you were encouraged to tell if you noticed that one of your boys that you were pissing next to if they had dehydrated piss.
Really?
So unless it was clear, like you would have to they'd tell you to tell a drill instructor that like, yo, Diaz has brown piss.
Do you guys ever piss hard in urinal next to somebody to like give the illusion? For me, I don't know. Maybe you guys are already blessed, but for me, I try to give the illusion that I have a big dick.
I will do like,
especially if it's like a comedian. If I'm at a club, I'm like, "What's up, dude?" I'm like, like really hitting it hard. Yeah, I'm just spitting into the urinal.
Yeah.
I will do like like the impression that I'm doing like a wide takeout.
Oh,
like if you flare the elbow out.
You gotta like do a full tuck. Yeah. I do that too. I do like a big shake, and I'm like trying to get. I'm like,
mind spotting me? Put my dick back in my pants.
Dude, I've the worst is like I've a couple times I've like gone up to a urinal, and I have pretty good urinal confidence for a man who isn't like that, well packaged down there. But I've been up to a urinal a couple times with like some local like comics, and there's been a couple people who walked up to the urinal and I know they didn't piss and they walked away. They faked it. You ever been next to somebody and they fake their piss?
Oh, they just want to see bird?
No. Like they get stage fright and they pretend they piss because some people do pee quiet, and you can like they'll pee like in the quiet part of the urinal. But there's some I can tell like if it's real quiet in the bathroom, I can tell they didn't piss.
That's a Nan Frank pisser.
Yeah, and I want to tell them. I want to be like, dude, I know you didn't piss. I'm like.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I see you living in a world that I didn't even know existed.
Well, because I'm
in the bathroom like piss. My brain's like piss, and then I'm done.
I guess I.
You're like, I hope fucking somebody sees my monster. God, if somebody's looking at me right now.
Is there a memorable hog that you'll never forget?
A memorable hog that I'll never forget.
At a urinal, no.
Yes.
At a urinal.
At my house, most definitely.
I've never really peeked at any of my buddies' junk, but there was one of my friends. It's just impossible not to see. It's like in my peripheral, like it's like too like it sounds like a fucking. Yeah, right. I've never been like there's one guy at my gym who walks around the locker room, and he just has he's I'm pretty like discreet with like when I take my pants off, I put the towel around and make it a pretty quick move, But this guy just walks around just like he doesn't give a fuck. He's got like an elephant trunk of a dick. And
Young fella or old?
Older fella.
Dude,
older fellas love
they love that shit
so
much.
Older fella, he's in really good shape, and he's dating this like younger chick who I see him train with her. And I'm like, for a while I was like, how is this guy? And then I saw him in the locker room. I was like, oh. He's got like a fucking forearm, dude. He's doing like fucking like dick crunches in the fucking.
you just want to kill him. You're like.
I almost like I remember seeing it and I'm like I was almost like
I just feel it in my hand.
It was like a natural reaction to. I was almost like nice, I want to be like whoa, good for you, but like.
You wanted to be like.
There was also one time in the sauna at my old gym. I was sitting in the sauna. And there was this old dude who would not stop staring at my feet the entire time. Like I could tell, like I looked at him a couple times, and he just like was staring directly at them. And I even like scooched over to see if like and then like just staring at him the entire time. And like,
were your feet kept? Were they unkept?
No, I don't have good feet. I mean, when I trim,
there's a difference between not having good and having
I've got
bad
like
feet.
Flintstone feet, like Fred Flintstone feet. I feel like.
I mean, do you take care of them?
Yeah. Well,
You're not walking in there with fucking jagged edges.
well, right now,
My feet have baby hairs.
I gotta be your one you love.
right now, like from running and shit, I have like blisters, so they're not the best. But he was looking at the tops of them, you know. But he was, I'm like, it's funny too because I'm so broke now that if it would have happened, I'd be like, well, you trying to make this happen? Like, what's going on?
That seems to be like a hot spot for making those kind of deals. I used to work at a gym. I go there now.
Saunas are business centers.
Dude, Jimmy, they really are, man. The gym that I go to now that I used to work at from 97 to 99, very nice gym. And when I would work there, I would just have to like sit at the desk and I would have to walk around the locker room and put out fresh towels for everybody. And like it was just open season. Like it was the fucking Wild West out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sauna. Yeah. You know what's funny? Havertown YMCA. It's like, oh great. I always wanted to know what my friend from high school's dad's dick looked like. That's awesome. And I did wonder. That's the thing.
There was this kid I went to high school with. He would walk around the locker room and he would like, or in gym class, he would stuff his shorts with like socks, so everybody would think he had a monster hog. And it was the funniest thing because like only
What
a couple.
friend?
Rob Stan. It wasn't even really a friend, honestly. He was more like an acquaintance. But he used to walk around with like, and I was like stunned at first. I was like, what the fuck is this guy's deal? And then one of my other friends was like, it sucks. Well, he might have been a real cock, but I might have just like thought of that. I'm like, it sucks, just to make myself mentally feel better.
Well, they do make packing penises now.
Do they?
Yeah, I worked with a girl in transition, and she would wear like she had a strap on that was for like going out, and it was like flaccid, and so she would just have this monster bulge. I used to think like I know I'm not supposed to look, but like that is clearly supposed to be seen. Like this thing is massive.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's up, dude? I was like, what are your plans for the game Sunday? She's like, what? And I'm like, fucking.
Come on, I see it.
The hog.
It's there.
I'm like, tell me how many layers are in the dip with that fucking hog like that.
What are you and your friend doing tonight?
Yeah, it's like, what? I don't get it. I don't get the packing penis.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was in middle school, this girl got caught stuffing her bra.
Oh,
and that
geez.
was that spread like wildfire.
She needed packing
Damn.
titties.
Packing
she had
titties?
packing titties, dude.
Yeah.
And now she's like Instagram famous.
What?
Really?
For how hot she is.
Damn. So she
and
got
I
the-
never made fun of her either, so we're cool.
She won the war.
The only people that like from high school that she follows are literally me and John Prophet.
Damn. There's a couple of girls who I went to high school with who are like Instagram, like they're not famous, but they have a shit ton of followers and stuff.
There's a kid that I played baseball with, and he was kind of like awkward, and he got like bullied.
Yeah.
And now he's like a fitness model.
Damn. That'll do it.
I was like, I was nice to you.
Yeah.
I'm like, but that should have been me.
I like
the fitness model.
I like seeing girls who rejected me in high school doing poorly on social media. That makes me feel good. when they're like they're like all men are the same. I'm like, your baby daddy left again, didn't he?
Oh. The best is when you see a girl that you used to fool around with, and she's just like burdened with the troubles of life.
Oh my god.
2 kids,
Yeah.
alone, looking bad as fuck on a rooftop in Philly. I think about her every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shit. Sometimes I think that I've met the love of my life, and she just went crazy.
Do you think so?
Yeah, sometimes. Because I'm like, damn, I would definitely hang out with her again. And then I'm like, damn, she has 2 kids. 2 kids with like Puerto Rican Edgar cuts.
Ooh.
Those little short white boy bangs.
Dude, I hope at some point you could find that girl that wouldn't let you park in that spot.
I know.
I think if she was exposed to like 5 minutes of Jimmy, you would win her over.
I know. I always think that. I'm like, I just need...
She's gonna see you on stage and she'll be like, this motherfucker.
It's so funny. Like, I would love for that, to meet
Yeah.
someone doing stand-up. Someone who knows what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
I had when I got in a car accident in Philly, and this was a while ago, but I got a fender bender with some like teenager, and he was like pissed. He was like so mad. He was like, probably like 18, 19 or whatever, because he had one of those like Fast and Furious like Tokyo drifting cars, and I drive a fucking soccer mom car, so whatever. I was like, hey, are you okay? He was like, am I okay? Fuck you. And he was getting my information. He walked around to get my plate, and I had like a fucking QR code that like I took it off since because I realized it's a bad idea. But I had a QR code that like linked to like all my shows and my social media and shit. And I ripped it off because I didn't want him like fucking coming to a show and like heckling me or whatever. And he was like, oh, what do you drive for Lyft or Uber? He's like, oh, dude, you're so fucked. Is that your Uber tag? Show it to me. And I was like, no. And I threw it in my car. And he tried going in my car to get it. And I was like, motherfucker, I will fuck you up, dude. But it was, yeah, I just like, I realized how bad of an idea that was.
I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, I told you. Oh, no, it didn't link to my social media. It was when I was recording my special, and I was promoting it by putting a QR code on the back of my car.
Great, though, like to have like a beef with like a guy that you hit before.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It is jarring in like those kind of situations that just spring up where you're just like, all right, I just want this to end.
Dude, the day you got your new car, we got in an accident.
That's true. Yeah,
This fucking hammered lady. We're leaving. We're on our way here, and some hammered lady crashed into the back of his car.
Rear-ended me, no
and
damage.
Tried to, like, got out of the car and was like, fist
She
bump.
fist bumped me. She happened to catch me in a good mood, but I was she rear-ended me. I got out. There was no damage. I could tell she was fucked up. I was like, this is your problem. Whatever. And she was like, all right, peace out. And we went our separate ways. And then, but yeah, I feel like I have the kid I got in the car accident with, because I got his insurance information. I tried to look him up on Facebook because I wanted to see if he was making like a whiny, bitchy status. First, he was like talking shit at me. He's like, fuck you in your car. He's like, where do you work? I bet it's Wawa. And I was like, fuck you, dude. Like, I think
I don't work anywhere.
Yeah. No, it's when I think it is when I worked in IT at the time, but I think you were working at Wawa. I was like, no, my friend Jim works there and he's cool.
I worked there, and then I was like, no, I don't. People that I knew came into that Wawa, and I was like, well, that's it. That's all, folks.
You said the funniest thing. You said you don't get paid enough to argue with crackheads at 6 a.m.
I literally didn't. I was like, okay, fucking retarded bitch getting a tuna fish hoagie at 7 a.m. She's just going to eat it out front.
Don't talk about Mike like that.
Dude, one of my first days there, a lady got Narcaned in the parking lot. I was like, this is supposed to be Narbirth.
What did she buy before that?
The Slim Jims.
Literally cow tails.
Yeah.
That does seem like a very heroin snack.
I had a Slim Jim for the first time at a Wawa, and like,
yo, you got food poisoning.
I got food poisoning. Yeah,
What?
yeah. Well, it could have been. I had a Slim Jim.
That latex glove.
A leftover cow tail that I found in the parking lot.
It was a Slim Jim, a blue Gatorade, and a chicken finger sub from Wawa. So, but I don't know what the combination of that was. But I had food poisoning so bad it made me rethink my life choices, and I quit drinking for 2 months. I was because I was also hungover at the time because I did a show the night before, and I was like hungover and I had food poisoning. And I was literally shitting into my toilet and throwing up into my bathtub at the same time, and I was like, I need to make better life choices.
Yeah, it's like the duality of man.
Yeah,
It's getting shit roasted.
Yeah, dude.
I quit.
The worst.
I quit drinking for 2 months. It was in February, and then the sun started to come out, and I was like, ooh.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about quitting drinking for good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you hang out with me, and I'm like, come on.
Rob's like, beer.
I'm like, if you want weed, you have to drink first.
That's
and
true.
you're like, okay.
Corona makes some really good non-alcoholic beers now.
Do they?
Yeah, we were fucking. Oh yeah, we were
they're the
partying
best.
the other night.
Nice. I like O'Doul's. O'Doul's taste pretty good.
I started off with them just because like they were like the only game in town.
Yeah.
And then Heineken Zeros are very good. And then about 2 weeks ago, I found fucking Corona non-alcoholic, and it tastes like a real Corona.
Nice. How long have you been sober for?
I had a bad bender in April of 2017. Like I kind of like gave most things up. All right, 2012, like from like 2000-ish to like 2012, I drank almost every day.
Oh, okay.
2006, I found Coke, and I was off to the races. I went to rehab for that. And then from like 2012 to like 2017, it would be like a bender once every 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
But like the last time I had alcohol on purpose was 2017.
Okay.
I accidentally sipped a fucking Truly's
Oh.
because I thought it was like something like this.
That doesn't count because you didn't need to. Yeah.
And I didn't like it, which was fucking felt good because I was like, there's times where like I'll see shit that's out now that wasn't out when I stopped drinking. I was like, oh, I wonder what that's like.
Damn.
But yeah, I didn't miss anything with that.
Your book, by the way, I love it. On Perks.
Thank you
That's
very
great,
much.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 2012. Right when I gave up drinking. It was fucking Memorial Day 2012. I had like a bad bender. I went to Atlantic City. Ended up smoking crack for the first time.
Damn.
It was bad.
How does crack compare to like...
I hated it, man.
Yeah.
It's like everybody loves it that tries it, but like I fucking hated it just because it's so fast.
Oh.
It's so intense and so fast.
I've heard it's a quick like...
You constantly want more.
Oh.
And it's like I loved Coke because like you could get like a little while out of it.
Yeah.
You get you take like a fat line, you can get like half hour to an hour of just feeling good, and it's like all right, maybe I'll do a little bit more. But with crack, it's you feel like you don't even want to. I didn't want to do anything. I just thinking back, like anytime I think I smoked crack 2 or 3 times, and like anytime I had crack, like I would just stand where I was for hours.
Yeah.
And it's thank God it didn't take, man.
Yeah. Damn, dude. That's
But
like...
I tried, man.
Dude, Coke. I did Coke for a little bit, and people were like, "You're gonna die."
Yeah.
Nobody was like, "Cool."
Yeah,
Everyone
nobody
was
was
like, "You're gonna die."
Yeah. Nobody was like, wow, Jim's cool.
Yeah, I was like, "This will be my new personality," and then everyone was like, "You are going to die right now."
You did the Coke in my basement.
I did.
And I snitched
still
on
feel,
you.
I still feel bad.
I told
bad
my
about
mom
it.
about it. I was like, what? Yeah, I was like, because I just came up in conversation. I was like, yeah, Jim did Coke in my basement. My mom, she wasn't like upset about it. She was like, oh, did you do any? And I was like, no. I was like, I just smelled it a little bit,
Yeah. I like showed it to Rob, and he was like, no.
Yeah. I would try.
I got it from a feller. He left it at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a lot?
Yeah, it was a lot. And he was like, I was like, oh, he left this here. He wants to see me again.
And then he
it was Coke. He was like, I actually need to see you right now. Actually, let me in. I was like, I didn't find anything.
I would try. I think there would be enough. I would try cocaine, but my wife is like super against it. So it's like, all right, that's fair enough.
Weed, mushrooms.
Yeah. I just bought mushrooms in D.C. I'm saving them for 4th of July.
Yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I smoked crack like Memorial Day weekend, and then like I swore off everything. Like as soon as I got home the next day, I was like, I'm going to bed and I'm never touching any of this again. And like 3 weeks later, I hurt my back, and the doctor's like, yeah, here's like 1 billion Percocet. And I was like, okay, so I just did perks for like close to 3 years.
Damn. You're like, well, it's not crack.
Yeah, and I felt that way because it was like you
That's
can
the trick.
validate it.
That's the trick.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like they get you, they keep giving you more. You feel great, and they are awesome. But I think if I had to rank like the things that I love the most, I would go booze, cocaine, and then painkillers. But painkillers are the thing that like
And then
I
wife,
had
and
the most
then
of.
children.
Where can everybody get your book again?
Yeah, if you go to onperks.com, onpercs.com, I'm only selling it. It only goes through me. Like I'm not putting it on fucking Amazon or any of that fucking lame shit.
I'm sure a lot of people listening and watching are already fans, but
I hope
yeah,
so, man.
Absolutely.
But yeah, if you haven't bought it yet, check it out. It's onperks.com. Basically, while I was whacked on perks, all I would do is just go on Facebook and post every fucking retarded thought that would come into my brain. And then, how on Facebook it says, like, on this date you did this. And it's like I kept seeing that more and more and more. And everyone was more embarrassing than the next.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right.
That was the start of my fandom. I was like, this guy's great.
I think it's a great format too for a book. It's just like, because I thought of that, I was like, in my head, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have thought of that too. Because I do the same thing where like I look through my
It's
Facebook
embarrassing,
memories.
man.
It's that for me, but like cringy high school, like
Yeah.
like yeah.
And, I saw
Oh,
it so
dude,
often.
I deleted my old Facebook. When I started doing comedy, I made a new Facebook.
Yeah.
My old Facebook was like packed. I would get like memories that were like, just beat up someone. I was like, y'all should have been there. It's like, what? Why are you saying this stuff?
Yeah. All right. Well, I think can we go over to part 2 of the Patreon?
Let's
Is that
do
good
it.
for you?
We're gonna flip over to the
yeah, dude.
Patreon.
Anything you want to plug or?
I'll plug both of y'all.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, just if you haven't bought it yet, buy my book. There's the print version, ebook version, and an audiobook version.
That's a great
Which
book.
I got a bunch of my funny friends to help me out with, and it's like 6 to 7 hours long, and it's there's so much more content in the audiobook than the print version, but it's all good.
Yeah.
So awesome.
It will be the funniest thing you read or listen to all summer.
Yes.
So we're going to go over to part 2, patreon.com/2 in the Stink podcast. We love you. Stink it forward. And as always, we'd like to give a thank you to our top tier supporters, Andrew Herbert and Alaska Woods. See you guys over on the part 2.